Food markets only.
Meet Susie Smart, she is so bright. On her blackboard you can write. She has a desk, she has a seat. What's your name, my darling sweet?
My name is Susie Smart.
She can talk!
She can talk, but can she add?
2 plus 2 is 4. Cat, C-A-T.
You can spell!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how
You recite!
Press the button, she says a dozen things, complete with desk, blackboard, and seat. Susie Smart, sold at food markets only.
Yeah, they sold me down there by the bananas and the buckwheat. Yep. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Susie Q96 with the TGIF version of the Deadbeat Club. I'm tardy for sure. I should have been on yesterday, actually, but I've not been feeling too sporty. So, holy crap. Where'd all these people come from? Man, oh boy, y'allers quick. I got to get my pen out here. I didn't even get switched back over here to my screen, and there y'all were. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Let me get these numbers written down here. Oh, my. I was not expecting that at all. All right, let's see. And Mark Thomas, you were in fact on my screen, numero uno. Okay, let me see who was next. Lucky James Eller, I think you're about tapped out, but we'll double check that. Mike the Greek. Yeah, I've been a little sick. I've been having some heart AFib. Yeah, where my heartbeat goes a little stupid. And some neuropathy issues with my feet. Okay, we got Mike the Greek, we got Scott, got Package, Total, Silver Tongue Stacker. Well, I know how to get y'all in here, don't I? Just offer something free. Suzette, speaking of free, there's Suzette Free. Hey, Suzette, how you doing, honey? FLX Detect. Or S. Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're enjoying that box full of stuff that got delivered over at your house. There was some pretty interesting things in there. Linda Wallace. Linda gets an entry in our August 1st duck race. Chance to win the Christmas in July package. And last but not least, Archaeology Mikey. That is our 10. Mark Thomas, Lucky James Eller, Mike the Greek, Scott Teskey, Package Total, Silver Tongue Stacker, Suzette Free, FLX Detectorist, Dawn the Metal Detectorist, Linda Wallace, and Archaeology Mikey. So that gets us up to 40 people. We're going to have 96 qualifiers total. And so we got one of the prizes arrived today, and I've been looking at it. This is pretty cool. I wish I could win this one myself. Let me change cameras and I'll show it to you. Pretty neat little book. Actually, it's not little. Pretty neat book. We have the Newbie Guide to Finding Valuable Coins in Pocket Change by Sam Summer. And I've been looking at it, and I like how it's laid out. It's a pretty cool little book. Oh, Tom and Silver, Slinky are just a couple seconds late. But I may be giving some other spots away here. But yeah, this book is pretty cool. One of the things I like, it is laid out well. It tells you your basic things that you need to have: gloves, jewelry loop, gram scale, digital scope. I mean, you don't really have to have the scope, but boy, they sure do help. But it has this right here is worth the price of admission. The terminology section, where they list out what all these different abbreviations mean. You know, what is BU, what is bullion, what is certified, circulated, clad, key date, luster. They give you like pages of what all these things mean. And if you are a newbie, it can get a little confusing when people start using things like DDO. You don't know what DDO is. It's double die obverse, but a new person may not know that. And it has a chart in here of what the different gradings are. I mean, this is a really cool little book. I wouldn't mind winning this bad boy myself. But this was donated. And it is pretty awesome. So this is going to be in one of the packages. And the other thing I like, it has this, what they call the quick start guide. And it has like lists of important coins to look for and Lincoln pennies. This is kind of like my cheat sheet that I use when I'm searching penny boxes, because I can't remember all these things. I'm an old lady. Heck. And then there's a Jefferson nickel one in here, Roosevelt dime list, Washington quarters list, Kennedy halves list. It's very short, sweet, and to the point. This was published in Columbia, South Carolina. And yeah, it's, oops, I'm knocking pennies and stuff down. But yeah, this is a really helpful little book. Somebody's going to be very happy to have that. Like I said, I like it so much, I wouldn't mind having a copy of it. So I'm probably going to order one if they're not too much, just for the list. Just for the list. And I also have a copy of the 2023 Red Book coming. Yeah, you learn something all the time. I learned today something in a brand new video that came out about the Wilma Maneater quarters that just came out. There's a glaring double error on that, on some of those. Has one on the obverse and the reverse of the same coin. I'm not gonna be the spoiler alert on that one, because someone else just did a video on it and I really don't want to steal his thunder, but we will discuss it later on. But I've been down to the soda machine, traded in the quarters we looked at the other day for some different ones, because my car still isn't fixed. The young man who volunteered to come over and work on it, his car broke down. So he's going to try to get over here this afternoon and get my radiator in for me, hopefully. But until then, I can't get to the bank or the store or anywhere else. But anyway, I did get 3 of these Delaware coins out. I'm not going to go through all the other ones, but I wanted to look at these 3 Delawares because in the same video with the man-eater error, he was talking about the crown error on these, and I was not aware. I mean, I know about the error, and what the error is if I had one, there would be a big blob of crap up here connecting this part and this part of the hat. But I found out those are worth almost $100. So boy, wouldn't that be helpful if I ran across one of those. In answer to your question, Mark, no, I do not have to fix his car. He has to fix his car. And he actually already has. And then he went yesterday afternoon to pick up the hoses needed to fix mine. And they didn't have one of them. One they had in stock and one they did not. And told him he was going to have to come back today for that one. So that's part of the holdup. Got this strange little agent sitting up here. Somebody. What a weird place to punch a hole. I'll make something out of that. But anyway. Yeah, and he's a single dad, so he had yesterday his little boy all of a sudden had this lump come up on his neck, and he sent me a picture, and he's like, I don't know what this is. And he took him down to the ER, and I guess it was like a little cyst. So his little boy wasn't very happy. He had to go to let all these people poke and prod on him, but he's pretty happy now because he got a new toy and some ice cream. And I told him, I said, man, whenever I gotta go, I don't ever get new toys and ice cream. Yeah, that's a good question, Sandy. Where is everybody from? I've kind of lived all over the place. I was actually born in Iowa, raised in Florida, currently stuck in Virginia, trying to get back to Michigan. I really like the Midwest, but there's reasons that I can't live in Iowa. Well, I could live in Iowa, but there are reasons I don't want to live in Iowa. And there are definitely reasons I don't like living in Virginia, which is not a state, it's a commonwealth. But my primary reason here is the medical situation for me personally is not good. So I have been trying for some time now to get back to Michigan. I love it in Michigan, especially if I didn't even mind shoveling snow, truthfully, but I can't really do it now. Dawn lives in one of the states I used to live in, and I have to agree with her that she does live in HE double hockey sticks, also known as Texas. I lived there for 3 years, and it was 2 years and 364 days too long. For me, anyway. I actually live pretty near Dawn's family, and I actually go to a doctor that up in the Roanoke area that her family used, and that helped me terribly. Butttown, Georgia. One of my favorite ones, Mikey, is Hell, Michigan. I kid you not. Hell, Michigan. And my stepson for a while lived in this town. They had a pretty good name. It's called Bald Knob, Arkansas. And then there's Micanopy, Florida, and people always pronounce it My Canopy, Micanopy. And Kissimmee, Florida, which people always pronounce Kissimmee. But yeah, Hell, Michigan. There really is such a place. Is there, Dawn? I didn't know there was a Hell, West Virginia, but I have been to Hell, Michigan before. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, Intercourse, Pennsylvania. That's an Amish community. Back when I was in high school, one of my very good friends, Fred, his family was from that area, and he had gone up there for something and came back home with one of the signs from Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Yeah, they have some interesting town names up there. Yeah, Blue Ball. Yeah, there's some real interesting names in the Amish communities. But yeah, Intercourse, Pennsylvania is pretty famous. Let me see here. Yeah, when my phone makes noises, I have to check because I'm not sure exactly when the young man working on my car is going to show up. And I do need to take a minute to reflect. My uncle passed away the night before last, so I gotta make a little comment on my uncle Danny. My brother's named after him. Well, after him, and also one of our great grandfathers, great great grandfather. I'm sorry. Did I lose my sound? Hello, let me check. Oh, I bumped. Let me see. It says I have sound. Dunno. I got sound. Anybody else missing their sound? Anyway, my Uncle Danny was a real character. And I gotta say a little about him. He, like my mother, who was his older sister, liked to write poetry and short stories. And my Uncle Danny wrote a number of short stories about living on the Mississippi River and growing up, where you were on the banks of that river. So I think all of his books. I may be missing one. I'm going to have to double check that with my aunt. But he was a very, very smart man and a very funny man. But he was kind of a card shark. I don't mean that he cheated. He just was a very shrewd card player. Now, his brothers, they flat out cheated. But Uncle Danny was just a good card player. And we used to call him Slick. So, yeah, Uncle Slick he's been sick for a long time. The last time I saw him was about 4.5, 5 years ago. It was right before I moved to Georgia. When I still lived in Michigan, I drove over to Iowa to see Slick and spent a couple of hours with him. And I knew then that he was going downhill. He wasn't quite as sharp. he had been fighting so many different illnesses. But yeah, I envisioned in my head a couple of months ago, my Aunt Alice passed away. You guys might remember me talking about her. She was 100 years old. That was his oldest sister. But yeah, I kind of got a picture in my head now of Aunt Alice and my mom Elsie and Uncle Slick. I'm sure they got a card game going already. So he was really suffering a lot the last couple of years. So no doubt he is no longer in pain, but it's hurting my soul a little bit. So, hey, John Jacobs. Bacon 007. Oh, my. Mikey's going to just be stuck with that one, isn't he? Yeah, buddy. He is going to get stuck with that bacon thing for sure. But, yeah, I knew I needed to get on here. Hey, there's the Canadian side of the coin. Numis Maniacs in the house. How you doing? Woohoo! Yeah, I knew I needed to get on here and do a little Deadbeat Club updating. Just a lot of stuff's been happening. I spent a lot of time on the phone the last day or two, trying to move the slow wheels of the medical people along. And I am happy to say I finally have an appointment for my PET scan set up. And that is to check and see if that IgG4 mess has traveled to any other parts of my body besides my eye socket and behind my eye socket on my brain. And the other piece of news on that is we got a hold of my dermatologist, and my dermatologist says the rheumatologist is incorrect, that I do not have to go off my Enbrel forever in order to take the IgG4 treatment. I have to go off it while I take the IgG4 treatment, but the IgG4 treatment should only be maybe 2 or 3 injections. It's not like something I have to have every single week for the rest of my life, the way the guy made it sound. So now I've got those two doctors butting heads with each other. Let them duke it out. But in the interim, August the 3rd, I'll be going back up to Roanoke, and they're going to be checking me out. And then we will see about the changing prescriptions and all of that mess. I can't stay off the Enbrel too long, but I can do it for...
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Yeah, maybe I'll just take a cowbell up there and ring it real loud in that guy's ear. Wake his happy butt up. Tell him, hey, dude, you is wrong, Bubba. You was wrong. Because all the other doctors and patients that I have spoken to have all said what he told me was incorrect. So, yeah. So that's good news. That takes some worry off my mind. I didn't really like his attitude very much anyway, but he's supposed to be the big expert, so big whoop, you know. That's...
Woman, you are playing with forces beyond your ken.
Yeah, well, your Ken can kiss my Barbie.
That's kind of my attitude. But anyway, we are making some little bit of progress. So we'll see what's happening. Who's doing what, Dawn? I'm confused as to what you're wanting to know. Oh, bye, Sandy, or was it Sandy that was leaving? Somebody was leaving and I missed it. Yeah, the skipper is in the house. All right, I'm gonna fire up. I've got the Nightbot fired up, but I don't know if I've got it set yet on making my list for giveaways. I do not. I want to add 5 more people. And you can get an entry through this if you just got one for being the first 10, because this is a different game. Unless your name is James Eller and you are already maxed out on entries. Sorry, James. You got right in there at the very beginning of the list making, and you filled yours up pretty quick. So we're gonna have to leave James off on this one, but I need to go back real quick and see if there's anybody else that's maxed out. If it would be anybody, it would probably be Mikey. Oh, where'd I put the notebook? Oh, there it is. Ew. Whew. Who's doing my PET scan? Roanoke Hospital is doing my PET scan. Roanoke General. So that's all I know. I don't know exactly who. But that is upcoming. What was I? Oh yeah, I was going to look and see if anybody else has reached 4 yet. Two. Scott Teskey's got 3, so he can get 1 more. Mark Thomas has 1. Two. Yeah, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I think Lucky James Eller is the only one who is totally maxed out. Mikey's got 1, 2, 3. So Mikey can get 1 more. I'm gonna have to tally them up later. But yeah, James has his 4 already. Let me get back here. Okay, there's 11 people in the room, and there's only 6 on the list. So let me tell you who's on the list. And if you don't hear your name, you need to post in the stream so the bot will pick you up. And the people there so far are Archaeology Mikey, Dawn the Metal Detective, John Jacobs, Package Total, Silver Slinky, Silver Tongue Stacker. And I had to take James off because he already has too many. No, Dawn, I don't at this point. I just got the appointment like maybe an hour ago. So I don't have the details, but I will find them out on the 29th. When I go to see Dr. Ramey. So I'll have more info then. But I'm sure Dr. Ramey's going to have his nose stuck in there pretty deep because he has been staying right on my case. Because otherwise they drop the ball. So we will find out. And if he is not happy with how he thinks it's being read, he will probably send it back over to the University of Michigan and have the IgG4 experts over there take a look at it. So, but yeah, I don't really have all the details yet. Like I said, it was just set up maybe a couple hours ago. But okay, now we got 7 out of 10 possible people, and Canadians are welcome to enter. So if the skipper is still in the house, you need to get on there. And let me get over here to this game I want to use. I found it on here the other day in the same area where I found the duck race. Yeah, you are, James. That's why you have maxed yourself out. But, you know, it doesn't matter. You still have, you know, have your 4 entries. But yeah, I was real happy with that book. I think that's going to be a very helpful tool for someone. Like I said, I like it. I wouldn't mind having a copy of that myself. Okay, I'm going to read through the list. Yeah, we're having some cell phone issues here in Virginia the last couple of days. Not too far from us, they had those big floods, and it took out some service that has affected us a little bit. I mean, we didn't get any of that rain like the other part of Virginia did, but it still damaged some cell phone towers and that sort of thing. And because of that, we're having some problems. I took for like 3 hours to call my doctor's office today because I have a prescription that they need to call in. And I kept getting busy and so finally I went through the patient portal and sent a text, and I hope, I accidentally closed the window I wanted. I hope they get the message. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go without my medicine for the whole weekend, and that's going to get ugly. Because, yeah, it is. Okay, we've got 8 people in there now out of 12. So we're still missing 4 folks. And I'm going to try to find this other game. If I can't, what the heck? We got enough people. We'll just do a duck race. And we're going to take the first 2 and the last 3. How about that idea? Something completely different. So we're going to take the top 3. No, the top, yeah. Spit it out, Suze. The top 2 and the last 3 is what I'm going to take. So I got 8 people. Let me copy them. Get over here to Race a Duck. Get these old people off of here. I'm going to tell you who I got on the list. And if you don't hear your name, you got about 30 seconds to perk up. Archaeology Mikey, Don the Metal Detective, John Jacobs, Mark Thomas, Package Total, Scott Teskey, Silver Slinky, Silver Tongue Stacker, and Suzette free. That's who's in the duck race. Top 2, last 3. Yeah, poor Dawn. She has been sick since we were down in Florida. Actually, before she even got to pick me up, she was already getting sick. She really been fighting with this tummy problem that she's got going on. Okay, there's supposed to be 11, actually 10. We have 9. So one person is not in, and I'm not going to wait for you. How about that? We're going to do a 2-minute ducky race. And we're going to shuffle them. We're going to put them up on the screen so everybody can see the duckies swim. Share the screen with the duckies. Here, ducky, ducky, ducky. All right. All right, all right. Everybody ready for their duckies? We're going to get them up here. There's our duckies. All right, is everybody ready? John Jacobs needs in. Let me see. He's in there. I see him in there. I might have skipped him when I was reading. Archaeology Mikey, Dawn Metal Detective, John Jacobs, Mark Thomas, Package Total, Scott Teskey, Silver Slinky, Silver Tongue Stacker, and Suzette Free. And sitting over on the sidelines, enforcing the rules is going to be the Lucky James Eller. All righty. Everybody ready? And a 1, and a 2, and a quack, quack, quack. Here we go. And they're off. Look at all those little yellow duckies. There's a purple one in there. And John Jacobs fell asleep. He's just kind of sitting in the same spot. And they're off. Go, ducks. Woohoo! Go, 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 go. Get them, duckers. Get them. Oh, look at Suzette. She got a cute little hat on. Silver Tongue's got his lunch on top of his head. Package Total's got heart pox. Sleeper duck. My duck is sick. I have a rash that looks like hearts. Yep, you got the heart pox. No monkey pox there, just heart pox. Oh, there goes Mikey. Somebody must have put a cheeseburger down at the start-finish line. I swear. Yep, that's got to be what's going on there. Mikey moves pretty fast when he sees cheeseburgers. Up. Now we got Silver Tongue and his strawberry. Yeah, I never win these things, Dawn. I won one time on Florida Thunders, and of course it was when it was like a sticker pack. You know, I don't win like coins or anything. You know, I mean there were some nice stickers in it, but here comes the last haul. Run, duckies, run! Woo, look at there, John Jacobs for the win. Okay, so I need the top 2 and the bottom 3. So we got John Jacobs, who was the winner. Package Total finished second. And what happened here? It wiped out my thing, my button to hit to look at who won. I know second was package total, but how am I going to get back to the last three? Well, that kind of stunk. It reset before I could get my winners. Well, that stinks. So that was not good. So we're just going to have to run another race and get our other three. I don't know why it did that. So we're going to go back, edit the list. I don't know why it did that. I might have bumped the keyboard with my elbow and done that. All right, but we know package total and John Jacobs were the top two. So we can take them out. Everybody else gets to stay. And we'll just run another race. Let me save that and let me check and see if anybody else came in. I should have 7 left. So all right. All righty. Let's make sure everybody's visible. I've got 7 people left. I got it set for 2 minutes. I'm gonna shuffle everybody up. And we'll go again. And this time, just to make it easier, we're going to take the top 3 because I don't know if it's going to let me look at the tail end of it. So ready, set, deck. Here they go. Da, 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 da. Well, that's all right. We're just going to run it over because I have to be able to see it. So we'll just throw everybody back in the water. Top 3. Evil Spider-Man Duck. Oh, hey, Whistle Pig. Oh, you got here too late to get into race. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. All right. It's hot in here. Yeah, not going to be on too much longer because I think my mechanic is going to be here probably around 6. He was waiting for it to cool down a little bit. I don't blame him. It is really, really hot out there. Quack, quack, quack. Yeah, noisy characters. All right, who peed in the pool? Honest to goodness, people. Are you serious? No peeing in the pool. You just can't do that, folks.
It all goes to show you that it's always something.
Here we go. 8 seconds. And we got a big rush towards the front here. Look at them go. Silver Tongue Stacker for the win. 3 S's. Silver Tongue Stacker. Scott Teskey, and Suzette. All right. More people entered in the 96 duck race on August the 1st for the Christmas in July giveaway. And like I said the other day, this one's going to be a little bit different. Nobody's going to know what prize they're going to get until the winner pick their package. Everything's going to be a surprise, just like it is on Christmas. And we also have a second drawing for our Patreon sponsors, and they're also going to be picking a package. I will tell you that at least 2 of the packages will have silver in them. Anyway, the deal with the Patreon is, for that drawing, you have to be a channel sponsor, which you can be for as little as $2.96 a month. The price basically cheaper than a Starbucks coffee. So if you want to have a chance to win in that one, the odds are pretty good right now. I think I only have 5 Patreon sponsors, maybe 6, but I think I only have 5. So if you want to make a pledge of donating $2.96 a month, you can actually be in 2 drawings on the Christmas in July show. I promise there'll be some groovy prizes. I think we've got a good selection. You can ask Dawn if she liked her prizes that she got last time. All right, time to get the ducks out of the pool. Send the guy out to, oh yeah, did I give the wrong command? I don't remember stuff. I'm a mess. Oh, I thought I had one in there for Patreon as well, but I don't know. I'm kind of, like I said, pool. I thought we were in the bathtub. Oh gosh, my aunt, when I was growing up, had this bathtub that was huge. It was one of those big clawfoot bathtubs, but it was like twice as long as a normal bathtub. And my cousin, they would put my cousin and I in there when, I mean, we were little bitty kids, and we thought we were in the pool because it was so big. I'd love to have a bathtub like that again. Yeah, that was a good one. Dawn thought she was a bear in that last race. That was interesting. Yeah, the bots are working. My brain's not working. If you type the right command in, the bots work. If you type the wrong command in, they don't do anything because they don't know they're supposed to. So that was my bad. Anyway, I got this bag here. I'm gonna look at a few of these pennies. I'm trying to finish them up. Hey, Hot Mess! Hot Mess is in the house. Sorry you missed the fun and games, but we will have more. Okay, I don't know what this one's hanging around for, but anyway, I'm just going to go through these pennies real quick. There's a 44 Wheatie. I'm going to try to get them filed away so I can get them off my desk. Put that away. Some of these are probably going to be given away in an upcoming drawing. I just got to get them sorted out. I got to look at them, which we'll be doing probably later this week for errors and anomalies and that sort of thing. There's a 46. These are no doubt from penny box searches. 45, 46. I have a little tray here with plastic bags full of pennies. 50. Like I said, I haven't been feeling good the last couple days. They took me off of a medication I was taking for my blood sugar because it was making me really sick. And now I'm having neuropathy issues in my feet because of my blood sugar. So they're going to have to find something else to put me on to control that. I am not diabetic, but what I do have is some fluctuating blood sugar because of steroids I'm having to temporarily take. And they're kind of messing me up a little bit, making me a little uncomfortable. Well, this too shall pass. 59. 59. Oh, goodness. Yeah, Hot Mess is one of the people that I met over on, I think, AAP Variety Channel. If you haven't been over there, they're really doing a lot to help people get viewers on their channels. And it's pretty crazy in there. I'll tell you, it's kind of hard to follow sometimes. I think they're actually on right now, but I'm sure my little stream is not taking anything away from the hundreds of people that they have in there. There's another 59. That one's still got a little shine and bling. 57, 58, 59. I got about 10 more, and then we're going to go. Because, like I said, I think my mechanic is going to be here pretty soon. 55D. And we will be going back through all these pennies in a later viewing where I can have my cheat sheet out. And yeah, it could be either one of those. Yeah, any of those three channels, Hot Mess, because I do visit all of those. So indeed, it could have been any one of those places. Oops, I just knocked somebody on the floor. But yeah, we're slowly getting back some of the stuff that I lost when I was sick. I lost so many pollinators and I lost so many view hours. So if y'all wanted to help me out a little bit on the view hours part, when you go to bed at night, set one of your devices to one of my God, I can't think. My brain's gone fried. To one of my groups of videos and just let them run all night and help me get my hours back up. They took over 1,000 hours away from me. It was tragic. Playlist. Thank you, people. I'm getting tired is what it is. I did not sleep well last night because this neuropathy thing in my feet is a new thing. And my feet went numb and it woke me up. All right, Whistle Pig, thank you for coming. Please hit that thumb thing on the way out. You know, don't break it or anything, just lightly tap it. We are a non-violent channel. We don't want to hurt anything. I don't know if anybody has heard anything from our friend Handy Andy. I'm hoping he's doing okay. I saw he put a short up showing a quarter. Yeah, pick out one of my playlists and just run it while you sleep. I mean, it'd be nice if you watched it, but you know, I set up different people's playlists and I start watching them, and then after a while I doze off and they're still running. Oh, thank you, Silver Tongue. Now you can have a chance to win. Mark Thomas won the last Patreon drawing. I don't know if he has received his package yet, but I know Dawn got hers that I mailed the same day, so perhaps he did. Yeah, if I get to 20 Patreon sponsors, in addition to whatever that person wins in their surprise package, I'm going to be throwing in a 42 Walker. So you might want to keep that in mind. I mean, it's not the most beautiful Walker on the planet, but it's still a Walker, and it's still silver. So, all right. Thanks, Whistle. We'll see you later. So I got 4 more of these pennies. There's another 59D. I'm going to try and pick us up another box of pennies, I think. Or would you guys rather we do nickels this time? Let me know. It costs more for me to do nickels, but we haven't done a nickel box for a while. I do like the pennies, though. Especially since I've been finding Indian heads. And last time I found a proof. So that was pretty good. Thank you, John. That was a good idea. I got some good mods. Y'all keep me straight. Oh, please. I just looked outside and it's starting to cloud up. And I'm like, no, don't cloud up. Please, no rain. No rain, no rain. Because I'm hoping to get my car running tonight. For the last 2 weeks, I've been supposed to be at our local farmers market selling some of my handcrafted jewelry and home decor stuff, trying to make a little money. And since my car has been broken down, I haven't been able to get out there yet this year. And yeah, there usually are more finds in the pennies, actually. And the last penny here is 47. But yeah, anyway, I was supposed to get out to my farmer's market, and I'm hoping to get my car fixed so I can do that. I'm still trying to build the moving back to Michigan fund back up. The money that we had put away for that won't stretch nearly as far now as it originally. I had enough money and was just waiting for the to get to the top of the housing list. And now that money won't cover it because of the horrible inflation, gas prices, truck rental, rent, just everything is so much higher. Okay, so I think the general consensus is we want another box of pennies. No, that's definitely wrong. It's 1,000 to monetize 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours. I just looked it up. You know, I've been keeping track of it for a long time. So yeah, it's 1,000. They don't like you to use that word, subs. I call them sandwiches. But yeah, it's 1,000 sandwiches and 4,000 watch hours to get monetized. And I am not there yet. I'm going to go look it up here and I will tell you exactly what I have. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, YouTube. You're hiding what I need. They always do. Yeah, I couldn't figure out why all of a sudden I was having commercials again. I forgot I had a month of YouTube Premium where I didn't have any commercials, and then that is expired, and so now I'm getting all these commercials in the videos again, and I'm like, oh man, why is this happening? Okay, here we go. Monetization. Let me go over here. It says 800, I have 833, I need 1,000. For the view, the public watch hours, 4,000 are required, and I need, and I have 1,683. So I'm not even halfway on my watch hours, and I almost had them all at one point. Yeah, it's 500 for the community tab, which I do have that, and I use it. But yeah, there are 4 steps to becoming monetized. I have completed 2 of them, which are the 2-step verification and the community tab, and I have no strikes against me for copyright or on my community tab. I've had a couple of warnings on copyright, but every time I get one, I protest and I always win, because the things that they are hitting me on are things they don't have any right to be hitting me on. One of them being any music by Question Mark and the Mysterians, because I have permission from that band to use anything I darn well please. And I have that for several other bands as well, because I worked in music for a long time. But their algorithm bot thing always gives me these warnings on commercial recordings, and then I have to write them back a thing saying, you know, contact this, you have you have this letter on file, please remove the copyright notice, and they do. And I have never had them leave one, except one on a video about Christmas lights a couple of years ago that had some music in the background, and I don't really care about that one. as long as they're not messing with my coins and my detecting. I don't care, because there's a few videos that are on this channel that are not related to my primary channel content. There's a couple of question mark and the Mysterians ones that were put up back in 2014, and there is another one from 2014 of me playing guitar with a friend of mine's band down in Florida. That's a rare piece there. If you dig around, you'll find it. I'm playing with a band called Swamp Possum. And I'm standing over in the corner trying to hide. But I am so glad I have that video, because I don't have a lot of videos of me playing guitar. So, and the Mysterian ones, I'm probably going to move to another channel at some point, if we can ever fix question marks internet and get his channel going. Anyway, it is 5:30 and I need to see what's going on with my mechanic. So I'm gonna run. Do I still have the Children Tenders autocorrect stream on YouTube? Somewhere, Mikey, but I have no idea of the date that it occurred. You would have to pretty much go back and watch all the live streams until you found it, which, hey, would build my watch hours. But I'm sure it's there. I never delete them. So I'm sure somewhere in that mess is Mikey having children tenders for dinner. I wish there were a way that you could search the stuff that's in the live stream, the things that people posted, so that you could find those lovely little tidbits like Mikey and his children tenders. Because that really was a classic there. I don't think you're ever going to live that autocorrect down. It's just not going to let you. Yeah, even though you may never have them again, you may only have cheeseburgers. But, yep. Cheeseburger. But, yeah, I'm sure it's there somewhere, Mikey, if you wanted to sit there and watch through them all. But I don't remember when it was, so it's just something you'd have to hunt for. But, anyway, folks, I'm gonna let me read off real quick everybody that got an entry today. And we are up to 45.
He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. All right. Let me see here. There's that Mikey. He's something. We like our Mikey. We'll keep him. Yeah, we keep him around. He does a pretty darn good job as far as being a mod is concerned. He's pretty much on the ball, that kid is. All right, let me get that off my screen. Fun weekend in store, 10 boxes of pennies. Oh, I wish I had one. I wish I had one. Okay, so today we signed up for the duck race. The following individual duckies: Mark Thomas duck, Lucky James Eller duck, Mike the Greek duck, Scott Teskey duck, Package Total duck, Silver Tongue Stacker duck, Suzette Free duck, FLX Detectorist duck, Dawn the Metal Detectorist duck, Linda Wallace duck, Archaeology Mikey 007 duck, John Jacobs duck, Package Total duck again, Silver Tongue Stacker Duck, Scott Teskey Duck, and another Suzette Free Duck. So all of those little duckies are going to be practicing up for the big race. And y'all try and keep the pool clean, okay? Duck poop is nasty. And on that note, there's Doug. I'm just on my way out the door, Dougie. We will be back probably tomorrow. Maybe tonight, later, I don't know. It depends on what happens with the mechanic. And then I'm going to tell you about an interesting project I worked on for the last couple days while I was sick, about a sunken World War II Liberty ship. We solved a mystery that has been in my family since 1942. And I'm real happy about solving that mystery, since everyone in that part of my family is deceased and we had no one to answer the questions. But we solved the mystery, and that's good. So I will catch everybody later, and y'all behave, be well, be safe, be loving and kind. Don't bully anybody. That's all I got to say. And send me those other 9 boxes of pennies. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I so appreciate it. And we'll catch up with you later. M3 never even bothered to show up today, that lazy cat. But I did. Bye. Yeah, you can raid anybody you want, honey. If Mobile Coins is on, absolutely go raid him. And I will see you all later on. Bye, everybody.